On the far southeastern coast of Iceland lies a mountain that feels more like a painting than a place. This is Vestrahorn, a jagged peak rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, often called the Batman Mountain for its dramatic silhouette. At over What makes Vestrahorn so extraordinary is not just the mountain itself, but the world around it. At its base stretches a vast black sand beach, where the wet sand mirrors the peaks above like a giant natural canvas. On calm days, the mountain reflects perfectly. The island's wonders unfold along the Golden Circle. At Invellir, you stand between two continents. At Glacier, Stroker erupts in a fountain of boiling water. And at Gullfoss, a mighty waterfall crashes into the canyon like the heartbeat of the land. Heading south, the beauty grows dreamlike. Seljalandsfoss lets you step behind its shimmering veil of water, while Skogafoss roars with mist and rainbows. Along the black sands of Vik, basalt cliffs rise like sculptures carved by giants. Then comes a softer wonder, the Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, where icebergs drift silently before washing onto Diamond Beach, sparkling like jewels scattered on black sand. In the north, whales breach near Shavik, volcanic craters steam around Mývatn, and in winter, the sky itself comes alive with the magical northern lights, ribbons of green and violet dancing above the earth. Iceland is more than a destination. It is a story of fire, ice, and sky, and the next chapter is waiting for you. On the far southeastern coast of Iceland lies a mountain that feels more like a painting than a place. This is Vestrahorn, a jagged peak rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, often called the Batman Mountain for its dramatic silhouette. At over 450 meters high, its dark, steep ridges cut into the sky, creating one of the most photographed and unforgettable sights in the country. What makes Vestrahorn so extraordinary is not just the mountain itself, but the world around it. At its base stretches a vast black sand beach, where the wet sand mirrors the peaks above like a giant natural canvas. On calm days, the mountain reflects perfectly across the shore, as if two worlds, earth and sky, have folded into one. In the winter, snow clings to its ridges, and in summer, golden light washes over the rock, making every hour of the day feel different, almost cinematic. Legends, too, surround this place. Locals once believed these mountains were the home of Vikings who settled nearby. Some say that if you stand here in silence, you can almost hear echoes of their longships and the songs of ancient sailors carried on the wind. Wildlife adds another layer to Vestrahorn's magic. In the dunes and wetlands surrounding the beach, you might spot seals lounging lazily on the rocks, or seabirds gliding effortlessly across the sky. Photographers from around the world travel here to capture these perfect moments, the play of light, water, and life against the backdrop of this mighty mountain. And then comes the night. When darkness falls and the skies are clear, Vestrahorn transforms into something almost unreal. The northern lights often dance above its peaks, ribbons of green and violet swirling over the black sands. To stand there with the mountain at your back and the aurora shimmering above is to feel like you've stepped into another universe. Vestrahorn is not the most famous site in Iceland, but that's what makes it so special. It feels untouched, wild, and deeply personal. For travelers, it offers not just a view, but an experience, one that blends raw nature, timeless history, and a sense of wonder that lingers long after you've left. So, when you come to Iceland, remember, Vestrahorn is more than a mountain. It's a story written in stone, sand, and sky, waiting for you to stand within it. On the far southeastern coast of Iceland lies a mountain that feels more like a painting than a place. This is Vestrahorn, a jagged peak rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, often called the Batman Mountain for its dramatic silhouette. At over 450 meters high, its dark, steep ridges cut into the sky, creating one of the most photographed and unforgettable sights in the country. What makes Vestrahorn so extraordinary is not just the mountain itself, but the world around it. At its base stretches a vast black sand beach, where the wet sand mirrors the peaks above like a giant natural canvas. On calm days, the mountain reflects perfectly across the shore, as if two worlds, earth and sky, have folded into one. In the winter, snow clings to its ridges, and in summer, golden light washes over the rock, making every hour of the day feel different, almost cinematic. But the beauty of Kirkjufell is not just in its appearance. It is in its changing character. In summer, green moss and grass cover its slopes, glowing under the midnight sun. In autumn, golden tones paint the mountain in warmth. In winter, snow crowns its peak, and the frozen landscape feels quiet and dreamlike. And when the northern lights appear, Kirkjufell becomes a stage where nature performs its most magical show, ribbons of green and purple swirling above the mountain and reflecting in the icy waters below. Legends also live here. Locals whisper that Kirkjufell was once a meeting point for elves and hidden folk who chose the mountain as their gathering place. To stand at its base is to understand why such tales exist. The mountain radiates a presence, a sense of mystery that stirs the imagination. For fans of modern mythology, Kirkjufell may feel familiar too. It appeared in the hit series Game of Thrones, known as the Arrowhead Mountain, a landmark north of the Wall. This connection has only deepened its fame, drawing fans and travelers from every corner of the world. The surrounding landscapes add to the magic. Just beyond Kirkjufell, the coastline stretches into fjords where seals rest on the rocks and seabirds soar above the waves. Hiking trails weave through the area, offering views of both the mountain and the shimmering sea. And at sunset, when the sky turns shades of pink and gold, Kirkjufell reflects in the still waters of the nearby lake, doubling its beauty like a mirror of nature. But perhaps the true wonder of Kirkjufell lies in its ability to make you pause. Whether you're a photographer chasing the perfect shot, a traveler passing through the peninsula, or someone simply standing in awe, the mountain has a way of silencing you, of reminding you how small we are beside nature's artistry. Kirkjufell is more than Iceland's most photographed mountain. It is a symbol of harmony, of timelessness, and of the stories that landscapes can tell. And when you stand there, with Kirkjufellsfoss at your feet and the mountain rising before you, you realize this is not just a place to see. It's a place to feel, a memory carved into your heart long after you've left. In the south of Iceland, where glaciers meet the sea and endless green plains stretch to the horizon, there is a waterfall that embodies the raw power of nature. This is Skogafoss, one of Iceland's most majestic and iconic falls. Dropping from a height of 60 meters, as tall as a 20-story building, and spanning 25 meters across, Skogafoss is not just a waterfall you look at, it is one you feel. The roar of the water can be heard long before you see it, and as you draw closer, a mist rises to greet you, wrapping you in the heartbeat of the land. What makes Skogafoss especially magical is its ability to transform with the light. On sunny days, the spray often creates shimmering rainbows, sometimes even double rainbows arcing across the base of the falls. It's no wonder that local legends grew here. One tale says that a Viking settler, Rossi Arolfsson, hid a chest of treasure behind the curtain of water. For generations, people tried to retrieve it, but only a ring from the chest was ever found, now kept in a local museum as proof that the story may be true. Skogafoss also invites adventure. A staircase of nearly 400 steps climbs up the cliff beside the waterfall, leading to a platform where you can gaze out over the thundering cascade and the endless coastline beyond. At the top, the Skoga River winds gently from glaciers further inland, a striking contrast to the raw force it unleashes as it plunges into the valley below. For photographers, Skogafoss is a dream. In summer, it glows under the midnight sun. In winter, surrounded by snow and ice, it becomes a frozen wonder, still thundering, still alive. And on clear nights, if fortune smiles, the northern lights may dance above the falls, creating a scene so magical it feels like stepping into a painting. In the heart of Iceland's volcanic landscape lies a place that feels almost otherworldly, the Blue Lagoon. Imagine steaming, milky blue waters shimmering against a backdrop of black lava fields, with wisps of mist rising into the crisp northern air. This is not just a spa. It is an experience where nature and relaxation become one. The Blue Lagoon is a geothermal wonder formed by the natural interaction of underground hot water and volcanic minerals. Rich in silica, algae, and sulfur, its waters are believed to have healing properties, soothing the skin and rejuvenating the body. As you sink into its warmth, surrounded by lava rock and open sky, it feels as though the world outside has simply paused. But the lagoon is more than just a place to bathe. It is a symbol of Iceland itself, a land where fire and ice create harmony. Whether you visit in summer under the midnight sun, or in winter with snowflakes drifting into the steam, the contrast is unforgettable. And at night, if you're lucky, the northern lights may dance above, turning your soak into a magical dream. The Blue Lagoon is not only Iceland's most famous spa, it is a sanctuary, a reminder that even in the harshest landscapes, beauty and comfort can be found. For every traveler, it offers a moment of peace carved from the energy of the earth itself. In the southeast of Iceland lies a world so vast and untamed that it feels like stepping onto another planet. This is Vatnajökull, the largest glacier not only in Iceland, but in all of Europe, a frozen giant that covers nearly 8% of the country's surface. Imagine a sheet of ice so immense that it swallows mountains, valleys, and even volcanoes beneath its frozen weight. That is Vatnajökull, a living, breathing force of nature. standing before it. The scale is overwhelming. The ice cap stretches for more than 8,000 square kilometers, with tongues of ice spilling down into surrounding valleys like frozen rivers. From the surface, you see ridges and crevasses glittering in shades of white and blue. But hidden beneath this icy world lies fire. Active volcanoes such as Grimsvatn and Berarbunga rest under the glacier's thick surface, reminding us that Iceland is always alive, shaped by the constant dance between fire and ice. Vatnajökull is not just a glacier, it's a universe of experiences. At Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, enormous icebergs break away from the glacier and drift silently across a mirror-like lake before floating out to the Atlantic Ocean. Nearby, on Diamond Beach, these icebergs wash ashore, sparkling like jewels scattered across the black sand. Travelers stand in awe, watching the sun catch the crystal-clear ice, as if the earth itself has laid out treasures for us to see. For those who venture onto the glacier itself, the adventure is unforgettable. Guided tours lead you through shimmering ice caves, where walls of translucent blues surround you like frozen cathedrals. Each cave is unique, carved by melting and freezing water, and each winter reveals a new wonder. Walking inside, one feels surreal, as if time has stopped, and you are standing within the heart of the glacier itself. Legends and stories have also grown around Vatnajökull. Old tales speak of outlaws who once hid in its remote highlands, surviving in the shadow of ice and volcanoes. And some locals believe the glacier was alive, almost like a giant spirit guarding the land. Standing here, it's easy to understand such myths. The glacier breathes with the wind, groans with shifting ice, and seems to hold secrets older than memory. Vatnajökull is also a national park, one of the largest protected areas in Europe, where landscapes change dramatically. You'll find not only ice, but also black volcanic deserts, lush green valleys, thundering waterfalls like Dettifoss, the most powerful waterfall in Europe, and towering mountains carved by millennia of glaciers. It's a place that showcases the raw diversity of Iceland in one vast sweep of land. And then comes the night. In winter, the glacier becomes a stage for the heavens. With no city lights to dim the sky, the northern lights swirl above in curtains of green and purple, reflecting off the ice fields below. It's a sight so powerful that words fail. You feel as if the sky and the earth are performing together just for you. Vatnajökull is more than ice. It is a story of opposites, of fire and frost, of stillness and power, of landscapes that seem eternal yet are always changing. To visit it is to witness the essence of Iceland itself, a land where nature reigns supreme, humbling and inspiring all who come. So, when you stand at the edge of this frozen world, with the glacier stretching endlessly before you, remember that Najokal is not just something to see. It's something to feel, a reminder of how vast, how wild, and how beautiful our planet truly is. Deep in the highlands of Iceland, hidden within the rugged Fjalabak Nature Reserve, lies a landscape so colorful and surreal it feels painted by the hands of giants. This is Landmannalaugar, a wonderland of rhyolite mountains, steaming hot springs, and lava fields frozen in time. As you approach, the first thing that strikes you is the color. The mountains here are unlike anywhere else on Earth, streaked with shades of red, gold, green, and even purple formed by volcanic minerals over thousands of years. When sunlight touches the ridges, the entire valley glows like a living canvas, constantly shifting with the weather and the light. Landmannalaugar is famous for its endless hiking trails. Paths wind through obsidian lava flows, across steaming geothermal vents, and up to ridges where the view stretches for miles across the highlands. The Lagavagar Trail, one of the most celebrated treks in the world, begins here, leading adventurers through glaciers, deserts, and valleys carved by fire and ice. But it's not just about the dramatic scenery. Landmannalaugar also means the people's pools. At the heart of this wilderness lies a natural hot spring, where travelers for centuries have rested their weary feet. Even today, after a long hike, sinking into the warm waters while gazing at colorful mountains all around feels like the perfect gift from nature. Legends whisper that the land itself is alive. In Icelandic folklore, these highlands were believed to be the home of hidden people and spirits watching silently from the mountains. Standing in the stillness, with steam rising from the earth, it's easy to feel that sense of mystery, as though you've stepped into another world. Whether bathed in the glow of summer's midnight sun or dusted with the first snows of autumn, Landmannalaugar is a place of contrasts, fiery and icy, harsh and welcoming, wild yet peaceful. More than a destination, it is a journey into the heart of Iceland's untamed beauty, a place where nature's creativity is on full display, and where every step tells a story written in color and stone. Hidden in the quiet valley of Jökuldalur in East Iceland lies one of the country's most breathtaking secrets, Stulagil Canyon. For centuries, this place was hidden beneath the powerful glacial river Jökull. Only when a hydroelectric dam lowered the water level did its beauty finally reveal itself. And what a revelation it was! The canyon walls rise in towering formations of basalt columns, each shaped like a perfect hexagon, created thousands of years ago by cooling lava. Standing here feels like stepping into nature's cathedral, immense stone pillars stretching upward, as if carved by the hands of giants. When the summer sun strikes the river below, its waters glow with a surreal turquoise, winding gently between the dark volcanic cliffs. The contrast is so vivid it almost feels unreal. Walking along the edge of Stulagil, you can sense the raw power of Iceland's geology. These columns are silent storytellers of ancient eruptions, of fire meeting ice, of the earth shaping itself over millennia. And yet, despite this dramatic history, there is a calm here, the stillness of the valley, the quiet ripple of water, the feeling that time itself has slowed down. For photographers and adventurers, Stulagil has become a dream. It is still less visited than Iceland's famous Golden Circle, which makes the experience even more intimate, as if you've stumbled upon a hidden masterpiece. Many locals even whisper that this canyon is the most beautiful collection of basalt columns anywhere in the world. Legends say that Iceland's hidden people, the Huldufolk, once roamed valleys like this, protecting the land's secrets. Standing before the endless rows of stone, it's not hard to imagine spirits woven into the cliffs, guarding this untouched beauty. Stulagil Canyon is more than a sight to behold. It is a reminder of nature's artistry, of the wonders that lie hidden until the right moment. Here, in the heart of East Iceland, the earth itself reveals a masterpiece carved in stone and water, waiting to be discovered. On the Reykjanes Peninsula, not far from Reykjavik, lies Fagradalsfjall, a volcano whose name means the beautiful valley mountain. For centuries it slept in silence until March 2021, when fire erupted from the earth and the world turned its eyes to Iceland. Unlike explosive eruptions of the past, Fagradalsfjall awakened gently, releasing glowing rivers of lava that flowed slowly across the valley. People from around the globe came to witness it, standing in awe. Molten fire painted the land in shades of red and gold. It was one of those rare events where nature invited us not to flee, but to gather and marvel. Even after the eruption quieted, the landscape remained forever changed. Vast fields of black lava stretch across the valley, still warm in places, with new mountains and ridges formed by fire. Walking here feels like exploring a newborn world, raw, untouched, and alive with energy. What makes Fagradalsfjall extraordinary is not only its geology, but the experience it gave to those who saw it. Families hiked for hours to watch the earth breathe. Photographers captured images that seemed otherworldly. And for Icelanders, it became a living reminder that their island is still being written by fire beneath their feet. Today, Fagradalsfjall stands as both a scar and a wonder, a place where you can feel the heartbeat of the planet, where creation itself is on display. To stand here is to witness the earth in motion, a story of fire shaping land that will last for millennia. In the wild landscapes of Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula lies Fagradalsfjall, the volcano that reminded the world that Iceland is still alive. After centuries of silence, it erupted in 2021, not with violence, but with beauty. Rivers of glowing lava spilled gently into the valley, painting the night sky in fiery light. What made Fagradalsfjall so unique was its accessibility. People could hike right up to the eruption, stand safely at the edge, and watch the earth create itself in real time. Families, travelers, and scientists all gathered, united in awe before nature's raw power. Though the eruption has calmed, its legacy remains. Vast fields of black lava stretching across the land, warm earth beneath your feet, and the humbling knowledge that this island is still being born. To walk here is to feel the heartbeat of the planet, a rare chance to witness creation itself. In the south of Iceland, not far from the village of Kirkjubjarklaustur, lies a place that seems to belong to a fairy tale rather than our world. This is Fjorargulfur Canyon, a winding gorge that stretches nearly 2 kilometers long, with walls rising up to 100 meters above the river below. The canyon was carved about 2 million years ago, during the last ice age, when glacial waters cut deep into the soft palagonite bedrock. Over millennia, the river Fiara continued to shape it, leaving behind the serpentine curves and sheer cliffs we see today. Walking along its edge, you feel as though you're tracing the strokes of nature's most delicate brush. What makes Fjarðargöfur so unforgettable is its sheer beauty. The moss-covered cliffs glow in vibrant green, especially under the soft summer light, while the river sparkles like a silver ribbon weaving through the gorge. In autumn, the colors shift into golden browns and fiery reds, making the canyon feel like a living painting that changes with the seasons. There are paths along the rim that offer breathtaking viewpoints. From above, you can see the canyon snake away into the horizon, while below, the river whispers its ancient song as it flows toward the sea. Every angle reveals a new perspective, each one more enchanting than the last. Fjarðargöfur is not just a natural wonder, it's also a place of legends. Local folklore tells of elves and hidden people who were believed to live in these cliffs, protecting the valley's secrets. And standing here, surrounded by the silence of mossy stone and the soft rush of water, it isn't hard to imagine such stories might be true. In recent years, the canyon captured the world's attention after appearing in a music video by the global pop star Justin Bieber. Overnight, it became a sensation, drawing thousands of visitors eager to see the place for themselves. But despite its fame, Fjarðargöfur has kept its timeless, almost spiritual atmosphere. It remains a place where you can feel small in the best possible way, humbled by nature's artistry. Visiting the canyon is like stepping into another world. On misty days, the cliffs vanish into clouds, giving the gorge a mysterious, dreamlike quality. On clear days, the views stretch endlessly, reminding you just how vast and untouched Iceland's landscapes remain. And if you venture closer to the river, you'll find hidden corners, small waterfalls, and mossy ledges that feel like secret sanctuaries carved by time. Whether you come in summer, when the midnight sun bathes the canyon in golden light, or in winter, when snow dusts the cliffs in white, Fjarðargöfur never looks the same twice. Each season writes a new chapter of its story, a reminder that nature is always alive, always changing. In the end, Fjarðargöfur is more than just a canyon. It is a journey into Iceland's ancient past, a glimpse of the forces that shape this land, and a stage where geology, legend, and beauty come together. To stand at its edge is to witness millions of years of history carved into stone, and to feel deep down that the earth is not just beneath us, it is alive, and it speaks. So, when you visit Iceland, make your way to this enchanted gorge. Let the wind brush your face. Listen to the quiet song of the river, and allow yourself to be carried away by the magic of Fjarðargölfur, a canyon that is not just seen but felt